What is going on, guys and girls? I have a cold. That's not what we're going to talk about first. What we're going to talk about first is my shirt, which is from Johnny Cupcakes, and they have been producing some incredibly awesome stuff. If you don't know who they are, they're a t-shirt company, and they make really cool t-shirts with stuff involving cupcakes always. So, like, this was their official Ninja Turtles collaboration, so it's got the TMNT guys fighting cupcakes. Also, they did a fat shredder, which I have a shirt of this as well, and I think it's pretty darn awesome, so I wanted to bring that to your attention. Next thing I'll bring to your attention is that I have a cold, and it's really bugging me because my nose is so runny, and I'm afraid it's going to run in this video, and I normally don't have a runny nose, so it's a little bit of a weird feeling. Not to mention, I have some, like, post-nasal drip or something where it feels like something is, like, just stuck up in the back of my throat constantly, and it goes away, I guess, some days, and then it comes back when I'm stuffier and congested. It's, like, a very weird feeling that I can only imagine as like post-nasal drip or something where it feels like I want to clear my throat, but that does nothing, and it's very annoying. And then I think sometimes I just imagine it there, and it's really not there. I don't know. Anyways, I've been under the weather, and most of all, dealing with crappy internet. Crappy internet has been a problem. So I went to Michigan this past weekend and took my best friend to the Detroit Lions Chicago Bears game for his birthday. Cue the footage.
And now we're about to the next division rival.
And after that, I got really emotional about it and very touched by the awe and intensity and emotion of it all. Cue that footage. As some of you may or may not know, the Detroit Lions are my favorite sports team in all of sports. And sports is like a very big deal to me. It's a huge passion of mine. My family has always and probably will always be really into sports. And I have a special connection to the Detroit Lions because they are one of the worst sports franchises in the history of the world. They have never made it to the Super Bowl. They've barely won playoff games, and they're perpetually bad, and they're finally turning things around. And so it's super exciting for me, so much so that I've tried to get up to the games in Detroit, even though it is about 3.5, 4 hours away. Also, my best friend lives up there. I've known him since I was 6 years old. We've been friends for now, 17, 18 years. And so for his birthday present, I took him to the Lions played the Bears this past weekend, and it was crazy. It was just insanely loud in there. Oh my God, 65,000 people freaking out and going crazy. The best live sports moment I have ever experienced. It was so intense, so passionate, and maybe this sounds a little sappy or a little weird, but I'm so connected to sort of the passion and emotion behind sports as someone who really wanted to always play at a very high level and used to be the best player like on my team in basketball. And my dad played at was a college athlete, and I was a 4-year varsity athlete, and I've coached high school basketball. Like, I'm very in tune with the intensity, the emotion, the passion, the desire, the dedication to sports, and those emotional moments really touch me. And so, like, sports movies give me chills, and I always am one to really be affected by just the passion of that. So I was at the game, it was so loud, and the Lions were finally playing so good after years and years of misery, and the whole stadium was like cheering for one guy, and seeing the team be so excited and playing with so much energy and passion. Like, I literally had to hold back tears. I literally was on the cusp of crying right there in the stadium. I sat about the 21st row from the field at midfield, so it was a fantastic view, perfect seats, and I was just so like, I had chills, and I was so happy, and so like, everybody else just freaking out, and it kind of froze. It was one of those moments where like the whole world just freezes, and you're like, oh my God, this is such like a beautiful moment, even though it doesn't make sense as a beautiful moment. It's just football and guys, playing hard and having fun and people cheering, but like the energy of like everyone cheering for somebody, and like the intensity and passion with which they were playing, like how much it clearly meant like that they were beating their rivals, the Chicago Bears, and like how much it meant for the city. And I literally like had to hold back tears, and I felt really like goofy about it, but it just drives right to my heart when stuff like that happens, especially with sports. And really, it was just one of my favorite, most touching moments like I've ever experienced. And now I'm back home just working. on my internet issues. I'm having problems with upload speeds and also room-to-room Wi-Fi speeds. So it'll be fine by my router, and the farther I got, the worse it got. So this brand new router came out that's supposed to be a behemoth of a beast, of a Pokemon, of a priest, and it's called the Nighthawk. And the actual thing is all set up now, so I don't really want to move it. But here it is. It has 3 antennas. It's basically Batman on wheels, without wheels, more like Batman in a router. And it's improved tremendously. I think I'm paying for 25 up, 25 down, Verizon Fios or Frontier Fios, whatever it's called. But more often than not, I get like 2510 or less than that as I get farther and farther away. Now with this bad boy, even in my room, which is a couple rooms away from it, I'm getting 35, which should mean I can upload a lot faster. Now, that would solve every problem under the moon and rainbow if YouTube wasn't having problems of their own. They've been having sub-box issues and stuff that has caused me to, like, just mess up my upload schedule, and then processing has been taking forever. So I'll, like, record a Zelda video, think, okay, I can edit it and render it in, like, I don't know, 20 minutes or something, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever, and then put it up, and it'll go up and be like, yeah, and then it'll take an hour and a half to process. So having troubles right now, and I know a lot of YouTubers are experiencing it, between like when you're actually finished with something and when the final product actually is revealed, it's a huge gap, and that's all YouTube issues. But I'm doing the best I can with that, and I've been sort of fired up and fed up lately with the commentator scene, how things are going. Everybody posts stuff early. We've talked about this before. Everybody titles their videos wrong and says, oh, it's walkthrough part 1 when it's not, or oh, it's this and that. No, it's da-da-da. And they label trailers as Let's Plays, and it's just a mess. So my solution to that is to start doing a lot more videos that have nothing to do with walkthroughs. Of course, I'll still be doing them. Don't worry. Major games and fun games and the best stuff is going to be covered, like Batman Arkham Origins and Pokemon and all those good things that we have coming up later this month and beyond. But I plan on incorporating a lot more of my own content that couldn't be created via an early copy of a game or something like that. So stuff like the why Sony will win, why Microsoft will win, stuff like my opinions on specific games, or maybe the consoles, or just vlogs, or stuff like that. That's like content that cannot be posted early, cannot be manufactured or mistitled, you know, stuff that, like taste tests, fun stuff that you guys enjoy, that is straight from me, and then also a lot more game stuff like that as well. Of course, not forgetting the walkthroughs along the way, but I've just been kind of just like fed up with the way, especially over the last 6 months, the YouTube community has gone, which is this very, I feel like it's a very like by the numbers binary system of like who posts early, who mistitles stuff, who gets in the top of the search page, and that's like annoying and frustrating, and really isn't what I got into it for, and isn't really what I enjoyed about it the first 2 years of doing this. I'm coming up on my 3-year anniversary for YouTube next week, which is kind of cool, and I didn't get into it to mistitle and upload early and work the system in that way. It's just not what I'm here for. And I know there's tons of channels now, and like you go search for a game like Beyond or Batman, there's already so many videos for that thing, and none of them are the actual game walkthrough, right? It's all, of course, trailers and developer commentaries, but they're all labeled as walkthroughs, and they all have the little 1 number by their thumbnails. So it's just a weird space right now, and I feel like the best way to have fun with that and overcome that is just to create a lot of individual content that can only come from my tears and my mouth and my tongue. Because then it doesn't matter when it's released. And so I hope you guys have been enjoying some of the stuff along those lines, like the September edition of Xbox One versus PS4, or the why one of the companies would win videos. And I plan on doing more podcast type, opinion type, content type stuff, and maybe even more beyond that. I'm still throwing around the idea of a vlog channel because I think it would be fun. I'm going to be doing some exciting things later this month that would kind of be a great place to start it off. So that might be going on, but I hope you guys are all doing well. Thanks for always being there. I know it's been kind of a rocky road. I've still been dealing with these sort of aftermaths of that major traumatic panic attack, and it's frustrating and not fun, but my anxiety levels are like incredibly high lately, and now my hand shaky levels are incredibly high, so we're going to switch over here. But those are some fun drawings from Noah for Jake, my other brother, from my other brother. Anyways, so I just have days that are not fun. But I'm doing the best I can, and I'm hoping that as time passes, it'll clear out of my mind and system. It's just one of those things that's hard to forget, and then anytime there's a slight trigger, it sort of sends my body into overdrive, like heightened senses right now, for anxiety and for stuff like that. It really is lame and dumb. Like, I'm like, body, why don't you fix yourself? Mind, do something about this. There's just not much I can really do about it. I'm doing the preventative stuff and trying to take care of myself, and that's really the best I can do. It's annoying. Like, I went to go see Rush, which you haven't seen. It was a pretty good movie. I wouldn't say it's a great movie, but it was a worthwhile, like, definitely worth your money, 3.5 out of 5 movie, the F1 racing movie. And, like, the first hour of that movie was so stressful because I was so, like, experiencing, like, panic attack type symptoms, and knowing that they weren't, like, real, or that I wasn't wanting to have a panic attack and being like, Zach, like, you have to stop this, enjoy the movie. But my body being like, no, you're going crazy. It's just a conflicting mess sometimes inside my brain. But it'll be fine, and I'll be fine, and I'm excited for what we got coming up. I'm excited that my computers now are, like, working. The new router, I got a new adapter for my PC because I accidentally bent it, so things should be a lot easier in terms of uploading and stuff like that. I'm hoping to get over this cold fast so it doesn't affect my videos and my voice and mucus and whatever else is going on. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Just want to touch base and share that Lions footage and an emotional sports connection with you, as well as give you some updates on what's going on and show off my amazing TMNT cupcake shirt as I lounge in this chair that used to belong to my grandma. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys, girls. Have a fantastic day. Drink some hot chocolate. Until next time, we'll see you all